Hey guys, I am back today with another video, and this time I am going to be using the Curvy Pipes mod. I am also going to mix it in with the Create mod, and let's get started. And of course, if you end up liking this video, please like, subscribe, and comment down below if you would like me to do more videos on different mods, and I will happily do more long videos if you guys like it. So anyways, let's get into the builds. So my first idea was a sorting system where I have an input chest over here, and then I have a few chests over here that the items get sorted into. So I'm just gonna make a quick stack of chests, and I'm going to sort all of the 11 planks. So I'm going to need 12 chests, and I'll explain why in a second. So now I have the chest set up. I have the input chest down here, and then I have 12 chests: oak, spruce, birch, jungle, acacia, dark oak, mangrove, cherry, bamboo, crimson, warped, and miscellaneous. So what this is going to do is it's going to sort each of the planks into these 11 chests, and then anything that isn't a plank will go into this chest at the bottom. So first, I'm going to explain how this mod actually works. So, like the name implies, it adds curvy pipes. There are 3 types of pipes: the item pipes, which are yellow, fluid pipes are blue, and energy pipes are red. And when you place down a pipe, you can start it and then make nodes in the air to curve it where you want it to be, and then you can end it on the ground. And if I make 2 chests here, one here and one over here, then I can place one on here, curve it around, put it wherever I want. I can even make it do like a loop if I want. And then put it on top of this one. Set this one to extract and this other one to passive. Then any items I put in here will automatically be moved over to this chest. And it happens instantly, so it's really good for sorting and moving items, which is exactly what I'm going to be using it for today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these pipes, and I'm going to sort them from here. And I'm going to have one pipe go to the back of each of these, and then it should work as intended. So I'm going to start with the small item pipes, because I'm going to need to fit 12 on here, so I can fit 6 on each block. So I want to just do that right now. And I'm going to start with this one. It's gonna go over here. Now that this pipe is done, I can set this side to retrieve, and anything that I put into here will go straight into the miscellaneous chest. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort it so all the planks are denied. So I'm going to grab all of these planks, put them into here. Then I'm just gonna click deny on all of these. So it will take everything except for these planks. So if I input an oak plank, it won't go anywhere, but if I input a grass block, it'll go straight to this chest. And I'm gonna do a very similar process for the rest of these chests, but instead of pressing deny, I'm only going to allow the type of wood that it's going to store. So I'll add one down here. Okay, now that I've connected them all up, it doesn't look very good, but if I just ignore that those exist, it doesn't look too bad on the front. So now all I gotta do is go one by one and add the filter to each of the chests. So this top one is oak, the next one is spruce, birch, jungle, acacia, dark oak, mangrove, cherry, bamboo, crimson, and warped. So now, even though it does kind of look like a mess on the back, this should all work. So I have some planks here. I'm just going to put them into the chest, and they should slowly but surely filter into these chests. I'm also gonna add in the crimson, warped, and then just a random block. So now that these are all filtered out, they should be in these chests, and let's just check that they're good. Start up here at oak, spruce, birch, jungle, acacia, dark oak, mangrove, cherry, bamboo, crimson, warped, and then miscellaneous. So that is the first build done, and this could theoretically be copied and pasted really far into a whole system of sorted chests, but it will get kind of laggy if you have a lot of these, because they even have full collision support, so you can walk on every single curve of these pipes, and they are really cool, but they can get kind of laggy. One of my favorite parts about this mod is that it has support for many other mods that are completely separate, such as, like I said before, the Create mod. The Create mod adds lots and lots of new components if you haven't seen it before. Honestly, Create is one of my favorite mods, so Curvy Pipes having Create mod support is very important in my opinion. And you might know that the Create community is always trying to make smaller and faster machines, and I think Curvy Pipes can be a very useful mod that doesn't quite fit into the Create mod aesthetic, but if you're just trying to make a really fast, really small farm, they can be very useful, and this is one of the examples of that. You only have 3 pixels between the top of a depot and a block, and usually you can't do anything with that unless you want to add like a mechanical arm, which would move items from one depot to another. But this takes up so much space in this other direction, and that's really the only way to get items from here to here without having to use more upward space, as far as I know. And since Curvy Pipes has a pipe that is literally tiny, it's like the size of like 2 pixels, this really helps. And it's so small that I actually have to use another mod called Curvy to bring down my scale so I can actually interact with stuff that's small. So I go under here and I place the pipe, and then I bring it on over to this depot over here, and then it's easy as that. I just set this one to extract and place an item, and it's already over here instantly. And if I go back up to normal scale, you can see how small this really is, literally fitting in 3 pixels of space. This grass block doesn't even fit on this depot because of how small it is, and this pipe is completely functional. And this pipe can transfer up to 2 items per second, so it's still really fast for its size. And honestly, one of my favorite uses for these pipes is a pig pen, which usually you'd have to make with lots of square fences, but since these have full collision support, you can just use Curvy Pipes to quickly make a pen around these fences, and then when you place animals in, they'll never be able to get out. Even if I use like a carrot, which they really want to come towards, they cannot get out of this pen. And I can get in, but it's kind of glitchy because I have to go into crawl mode to go through. But they can't get through at all, which is really useful, and it just looks really cool too. Now, of course, these pipes come at a cost, and one small item pipe will use 8 gold nuggets and then one of these stones. And if you want to make a huge item pipe, you have to use 4 large item pipes, which are each 4 medium item pipes, which are each 4 small item pipes, which are the gold nuggets. And if you want to go to tiny, you can use 1 small item pipe to make the tiny item pipes. And the same thing goes for the fluid pipes, which are with lapis, and the energy pipes, which are of course with redstone. And that means that although these huge pipes do move items, energy, and fluids really fast, they can get very, very expensive, and you're gonna need really big farms for redstone, lapis, and gold. So anyways, that was the Curvy Pipes mod, and if you want me to show a video of any other mod or just try another mod out, then suggest it down in the comments down below, and I will take a look at it and possibly download it and try it. So anyways, I will see you later, and bye!